Hello, welcome to TestFlex. My name is Gaurav Khurana, and I'll be talking about the trending topic called as AI, but I'll talk about responsible AI. As you have seen that for the past 2 years, AI is the talk of the town and everybody's talking, and AI is getting integrated into various softwares. So it is important that we should keep the AI as responsible. So for that, there are companies which have come up with some of the principles so that anybody who is working in AI, they should follow those principles. So we'll discuss the 6 principles by which you can keep the AI as responsible. Like you might have seen that sometimes countries are bringing the nuclear various programs, right? Then they are made to sign some treaties so that they don't use those nuclear things for not for wrong purpose. It's important for the developers, testers who are part of the AI system that they should make sure that these problems should not happen, right? And they might not be explicitly written in your user story to test it, but you'll have to take care. So that's why it's important to know all of these 6 principles, starting from fairness till accountability. So different companies might have use a different word for them, right? Google might have a little bit different version, but they all meant to make the AI responsible. So let's start with the first principle called as fairness. So fairness, as we know that AI models are trained on a lot of public data as well, right? And public data is being created by humans, and humans have biases, right? But that bias should not go to the AI system, right? So we have to make sure that even though the data is like that, but system should not behave like that. Like if a black person compared to a white person, if they are applying for a loan, system should treat them equally, right? There is a representation bias as well. For example, westerner, if let's say a system is trained on a westerner data and somebody asked to recommend clothes for them, right? So they might recommend the brands which are famous in, let's say, UK, but you are staying in India. So there is a bias, right? It might not be promoting local brands because there is no data, right? System is not wrong, but it has not been trained like that, right? Also, there could be a contextual sensitivity, right, that can come into picture. For example, Thanksgiving is famous in US, whereas let's say in India, people might do shopping during Diwali. So if it is an assistant and it's only having, let's say, India data, then it might recommend a US person during Diwali to do some shopping or recommend stuff like that, right? So that way system will not be fair, right? For a tester to make sure that system, so they have to try this data, try such prompts, try such inputs which belongs to various region, right? Like try Diwali, try Thanksgiving. That's just an example in a particular context, but try different regions data, because one thing in one region could be other in the other one, right? So system should be fair. So I tried chat GPT with an example where I said that I am a Punjabi and there are some Punjabi people in my team. Should I promote them, right? So to make sure that that chat GPT is not having a bias, right? That okay, because they are like me or they belong to the same caste, then I should promote or not promote, right? So their system should show the fairness. Now coming to the second principle called as reliability and safety. So reliability talks about that system should give consistently same output, right? So if I ask in the morning that a person is having, let's say it's a part of a medical system, and I ask whether the person is having sugar or not. So in the morning, if it says yes, in the evening it should not say no, right? And the output should be consistent, and system should be able to do error handling. Let's say I'm talking to an AI system and there is a noise background, right? So system should not shut down because it's not able to hear. It can say that, oh, I could not understand, right? So and factual accuracy is one of the other thing, right? What people can do for factual accuracy is, like, say India is got independent on in 1947, right? So that's a fact. It cannot change, right? So such things uh, should be given accurately by the system, right? So you can rely on the data. If you are asking when India got independent, so it should give factually right answer, right? And also it should understand the context, right? Let's say if I say that book a ticket for me for next week, right? Then it should know that where I'm staying, right? If it does not know, it should ask me. So system should be able to understand the context, and testers can play an important role while they are testing the system. So like the examples that I'm giving, so testers can try those things, right? Introduce background noise, right? Or simulate the scenarios where a question is asked in a twisted way, so that there is a chance that it can give the wrong factual data even, right? Because of the data that is there with the system, right? Now coming to the safety part of it, right? System should be safe to use. It should not produce data by which people can harm themselves, right? People should not be able to ask questions like, or it should not give answers in an offensive language, right? So toxicity should be avoided, because on online forums sometimes people use bad words as well, right? So if the system gets trained in that and it start abusing the user, that should not be the case, right? Also, external users should not be able to launch an attack, right? They should not be able to ask the system or reveal the prompt that you are using, right? That should also be avoided, so that people cannot should not be able to trick the system, right? So that's about the safety part of it. Now coming to the privacy and security. So there is a system, medical system, which is trained on a disease, using some disease which is only to, let's say, 1% of the population, right? So that data might not be available on internet, but that data would be with from a company which have the history of the patient and all the details where they stay and all that stuff, right? So system should not reveal those data, right? It should mask all that data. So testers should try such prompts or try on that system so that it does not reveal the identity of those people in this case, right? So that would be a privacy breach, and we should see that the data of such kind is encrypted as well, right? So these are the various things that can be tried for the privacy part. For security, like for example, let's say there is a AI face recognition system, right? So it should not be like somebody should not be use my high definition photograph to unlock the system, right? So that's like a security breach. So testers should play an important role over here as well, right? Trying such edge cases or some scenario which you will find that what hackers do, right? To make the system fail, right? Penetration testing, or try fake inputs, or try even deep fakes, right? To test it out that how the system behaves in those situations. Right now comes the inclusiveness part of it. So 16% of the world population is having one or the other disability, right? So when designing system, we should make sure that that we are taking care that the system that we are designing, it should be able to use by any person who is having any kind of disability, right? Plus other parts are also there. For example, let's say my accent compared to somebody sitting in China or UK or US, everybody has a different accent, right? So system should be able to help every person, not that okay, if they belong to a particular country where US or maybe somewhere where English is the base language and people have a particular accent, right? So testers can get the data from internet and try various things whether the AI system is responding in such scenarios or not, right? We can maybe it is having training data bias, right? That only a particular data was given and it can understand only those things, right? So inclusiveness is an important factor. Now come transparency, right? So system should be able to tell that how it has come to a decision, right? For example, let's say there is a loan system which grants loan, right? So let's say that it is not granting loan to me and it is saying that okay, low credit score, right? So it is it is giving you the decision, but while testing is, tester should make sure that how it has come up to the decision, right? So like, okay, there should be a decision logic by which it has decided, because there could be a genuine person who is not getting loan, right? In that case, like you cannot say that oh, we don't know, it is an AI system, how it has taken the decision, right? So testers should look into that logic. Maybe it is coming in the logs that how it has made that decision, right? Just like we do debugging. If there is a problem, right, we debug it, that how this is printed in the system, or why this has happened, right? So that transparency should be there even with the AI as well, right? So that people know the reasons behind it. And finally comes the accountability part of it, right? That you cannot like put things on AI, right? Let's say we use AI in cricket, right? And it is giving decision without people appealing or something. And later on you found that that okay, it was giving wrong decisions, right? So then somebody would be held accountable. Who developed that system, right? How it is taking those decisions. So to find it out, right? And let's say there is a security system, right? A person who is authorized and still the person, let's say, logged, even though he's having the right authorization, but still we logged him, right? We cannot say that, oh, AI system took the decision. We should be able to check it out, what was the problem, right? And able to correct it out, right? Why it did the misidentification. So testers can simulate such decision failures and check the logs for accountability. Okay, where and why it has happened, right? So somebody would be held accountable for the wrong things that would be done by AI system. So yeah, now we are done with the six principles. So role of testers are very important because, as I said in the starting, that these principles would never be written in your user story or somewhere, right? Just like sometimes we find some common sense bugs, right? You might feel that, oh, this is not consistent across, but there would not be a requirement called as consistency, right? So all these things we have to test it for all the six principles whenever or whichever software is having AI, because otherwise it can impact the reputation of the company if it comes from outside. And how to make sure that these does not come, we can attack the root cause of it, right? Do the regular audits, how it is taking decisions, use diverse data set, right? So that it avoid representational bias. With factual things, it should be very accurate, right? And it's not a technological challenge, right? Everybody has to come together and think about this, then only we would be able to make the AI responsible. So let's help and make the AI responsible. Thank you for watching me. These are the various places you can connect with me, and let's meet. Thank you.